This is Crew Talk, the podcast of Bombers CrossFit, where we build healthy humans. We're talking strength, discipline, mindset, community, real training, real nutrition, real results. If you're ready to level up inside and outside the gym, you're in the right place. Hey guys, thanks for joining us for another episode of Crew Talk, the official podcast for Bombers CrossFit, where we build healthy humans. And today's conversation is about continuing fitness after competitive sports ends and you begin to go through adulthood and parenthood and onto the many phases of life. So today's guest went from competitive cheer and dance to now chasing an RX Murph and potentially a half marathon. And she's going to explain how she learned that movement became less about appearance and more about building a healthy life for the long run. So let's get to it. All right, Brittany, hey, thanks for joining us for Crew Talk. If you could just introduce yourself, give us a little of your background, where you grew up, that kind of thing.
Okay. So I grew up in Xenia. Always been in Xenia. My parents are in Xenia. I did a lot of cheerleading, hip hop, dance growing up. And my sister did soccer a lot. My brother did, he did golf and tennis. So grew up, and my mom always did like half marathons and stuff like that. So growing up in Xenia, we all kind of did our own thing, but had a good time. So yeah. Are you
so you got one brother and one sister?
Yeah, so I'm the oldest.
Okay.
And then I have a brother that's younger than me, and then my sister is the youngest.
Okay.
And we all live in Xenia, like a minute from each other right now.
Really?
Yeah, so
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do they have any kids yet, or?
Yeah, so our kids are all about the same age. My sister's kids are, 5 and 7, and then my kids are 4 and 6 and a newborn, and then my brother has a daughter that is 4. So we're all the same, all the same age.
Yeah. So
they're all friends.
So getting together on birthday parties and stuff like that is a lot of fun.
Yeah. So we're always at my mom's house. My mom lives 7 houses from me. She has a pool. So all of the cousins are always swimming at the pool. We walk over, go to the pool, and believe it or not, like my kids know how to swim at an early age without floaties or anything because they're always in the pool. So it's been a blessing. We've loved it. So
I love that. I mean, my grandkids are all pretty close by, and like yesterday was my granddaughter's 11th birthday.
Oh yeah.
And so we drove over because she gets off the bus at 4:00, and so we'll go over and just meet her when she gets off the bus, and we sang happy birthday to her and
that's
stuff.
nice.
Yeah. And it's nice when they're that proximity close by.
Oh yeah, being close is great. Yeah, I feel like that's just a blessing. I feel like you need that support system, especially when you have little kids. You need grandma and grandpa to come to like functions and help with like getting off the bus or taking to school or that kind of thing. So it's great.
Yeah. I mean, we're always on call. If a kid's sick or something needs to stay home from school, we can help out.
Yeah.
It's interesting because like when Susan and I got married, we moved overseas. We started having kids. We had no family around us,
man.
and so and our kids grew up never being around cousins or it was just the 3 of them, that were close together. So
they were close in age.
Yeah, they were all close in age.
Yeah, that
and
helps.
so they played together and stuff all the time. But they didn't have that experience now that their kids are having since they've got cousins nearby and all of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. So you grew up in Xenia.
Yep.
And then, when you graduated high school, what happened?
So, like I said, I did dance and cheer in high school. That was kind of like my sports background. And then I was like, my mom's always been into nutrition. My stepdad is a physician. They're always, working out, eating healthy, doing the things. And so I was like, I'm going to do nutrition when I go to, I went to UD. So I stayed on campus for 4 years, graduated with a nutrition background.
Okay.
So that's my bachelor's at UD. I got a nutrition dietetics degree. So I was going to be a dietitian in the hospital. Figured out that I didn't like what they did in the hospital. Dietitians are they kind of do tube feeds, and they kind of do, I like it a little bit, but not like really a lot. So I was like, I want to be a nurse. My mom's a nurse. So I did an accelerated program like a year after I graduated UD in Columbus, and I got my bachelor's in nursing.
Okay.
And then I went straight to the ICU and became a nurse. And that's where I kind of did that's my profession. So.
And do you still work in that or nursing?
No, I am a nurse still, but I did ICU for like 7 years. And then about a year and a half ago, I decided to work from home.
Okay.
And I have a coworker that I worked in the ICU with, and she works from home as well. And it's basically we look at inpatient charts, and we make sure that the charting that the physicians are doing is appropriate for the patient. And if it's not, and we think that we need to like email them or query them, we will. So it's just basically clinical documentation, like integrity for like documentation for patients.
Sure.
Yeah. So that type of thing. So that's what I'm doing now. I work from home Monday through Friday. But one thing about being home is that I can be with my newborn baby. So I can't be with her all the time because I got to get work done. But I can still breastfeed her at home and that type of thing. So with my first two, I was in the hospital. So it was hard. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great advantage, being able to do stuff,
Yeah. It's a lot to juggle. Being at home, being a mom of 3, working at home.
Sure.
Trying to make sure I take care of myself as well. So, but I think it's less stress than being in the ICU and being a mom. So it's helped a lot.
Yeah. My oldest son was in a car accident. He was in ICU for a while. And so I got to interact with what the nurses go through in ICU is just insane to me. I don't understand how you can survive something like that. I mean, I don't think I could last 2 days working in a situation like that.
You kind of develop like a instinct to like just like put on a face and just do your work and not have to. You kind of have to do that. And I worked at the Valley on the trauma ICU, did a lot of car accidents, a lot of bad things. I did that for 18 months, and then I was like, bye-bye. So, but I mean, I enjoyed it, but then again, I come home and I'm so like exhausted. So, but yeah, that was interesting. So.
And I can imagine emotionally draining too. I mean, that would just be like, because, for me, we were going through, terrible time and they were like lifesavers to us, I mean, the support they gave us was just incredible,
Yeah. And I love that part. I love the family part. The family part was awesome. Taking care of the patient's one thing, but then you also you got to help the family, explain to them what you're doing. Be that support system for them.
And just knowing that your loved one was in good hands.
Yeah.
When you weren't there, I mean, you were leaving and you knew that they were really being taken care of.
Yes. I had a lot of families that were like, "Are you coming back tomorrow?" Like, we'll have I'd have the patient for 3 days in a row, and they were happy I was coming back to take care of their family member. So that was a good feeling.
Yeah. And so now you work from home. That's great. What about your husband? Where did you guys meet?
So we met my junior year at UD. We just met at a bar, Milano's on campus. And it was actually through my other CrossFit gym, AKP. It was like a friend of a friend, and then we all met at a bar, and then my husband was there. So we met there. And then we kind of just kicked it off. He's like 6 years older than me. He's military. He's Air Force.
Okay. Is he still Air Force now?
Yes, he is still. He has 5 more years until he gets his 20-year active duty mark. So 5 more years of that. Hopefully he'll get chief this year or next year. And then after that, hopefully he'll probably get another job. But so we met at UD. We dated for like 3 years. Got married, had a baby right away, and then just, now we have 3 kids. So, he's from Columbus, so he moved to Xenia. He works at the Springfield base.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and he's an AGR.
So he's guard. Okay, all right. So you don't have to worry about moving or anything like that. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, the AGR thing's wonderful.
Yeah.
We love that because we still get like the active duty kind of benefits, but we don't have to move. So he has like 5 or 6 more years of that, and then we'll figure out what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. What job does he do now?
He's a meteorologist.
Oh, okay.
For the, just for the drone mission?
Yes, right.
Okay. He worked with Andy.
Okay,
at the base. Yeah. That's kind of how, like, my husband was like, why don't you join this CrossFit gym? Because I know Andy. And so eventually I did. I think I came here in 2023, I think, or 24. I can't remember. Okay. But I was at AKP for a while, and then I came here, and he was happy I came here because obviously Andy owns it, and he loves Andy, so.
So you did dance and cheer in high school, right?
Yes.
And then once you got into college, what happened?
So in college, I didn't do anything. So I basically just liked to drink some beer and have fun, and that's just what I did. And it was great. I loved it so much. I met a lot of good people there. I loved everything about that. But, after a year or two of gaining weight, drinking beer, eating whatever you want, it adds up. So, like my sophomore year at UD, I was like, you know what, I want to start getting in shape. So I think the summer off of my sophomore year, I joined AKP CrossFit. And I remember my first workout there was wall balls. Yeah. And it killed my legs. And I still remember that exact feeling. And I was just hooked immediately because I loved the just the competitiveness of it and everything. So I started then, and then I kind of went to CrossFit when I was at UD because it was like a 25-minute drive. Okay. I'd go like once or twice a week throughout the school year. But then during the summer, I'd go like every day. So, that's kind of how that started. So when you were looking for something for fitness, what made you think CrossFit? I mean... I think probably just like social media. Okay. Maybe social media or like seeing it on TV. Like those women are awesome. They are badass. Like I love that. Like I don't want to be like just like a skinny girl. I want to be like an athletic, know, I want to have muscles. I want to lift heavy. That's what I want to do. So see, that's funny because a lot of people look at that and they get intimidated by it and they think, but you're like, no, I'm drawn to that. No, I love that. I love seeing like a woman, like if I see her at a grocery store and I see a woman with muscles like at the grocery store, I'm like, you're badass. Like I love that. That's what I love. So yeah, I'm drawn to that. I was on this last cruise that we were on. There was this other couple about our age or so, something like that. But the woman, she was kind of really jacked. Yeah. And I think the guy saw me looking at her a couple times, and I think he was kind of like, "Why is he looking?" Yeah. It was just because I was just impressed with her physique. Yeah. And she was doing pull-ups, and she was doing like really strict, good pull-ups, and I was like impressed. Yeah, exactly. Because she was getting full range of motion. I mean, she was going all the way down the lockout and all the way back up again. And most bodybuilders you see, they do not do that. No. And so that's great. I thought this guy's going to come over and punch me or something, Yeah. So it's like, no, I'm just looking as a coach, So it's like, yes. But yeah, I think that's great because a lot of people then take an interim step before they go into CrossFit, but you went right to CrossFit. Yeah, I always with my friends at campus, we would go to the gym and like work out. My mom was running marathons and whatever. I was just always around it, but I never like got into it. Really got into it. I would always go to the gym, run on the treadmill, lift a couple weights, go home. Not anything like consistent or good. And that's kind of when that started, is when I went to CrossFit. I was like, I'm hooked. I want to do this. So, yeah. But you grew up with fitness around you. Yes. I mean, so you said your mom runs marathons, and I mean, she's come in to do CrossFit before. Yeah, so she doesn't do marathons anymore. She used to. Now she just does personal training 3 times a week with our personal trainer that we've had for 20, 25 years, maybe 20 years. And they love him, and so she lifts weights now more. Yeah. It's more so than any cardio. She goes to Orange Theory a couple times a week just for the cardio-ness of it, but she lifts weights. She has some guns now. So yeah. So so that's kind of how I've just seen it growing up, and that's just... Yeah, I mean, I think, you grew up with that example around you. Yeah. It's just kind of natural. You say, well, I just need to... when things aren't going
you're beginning to gain weight or it's not getting the results that you want, you kind of know what I need to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What's nice about having a nutrition background is like my foundation's always pretty like my nutrition background's always pretty good. Right. Like my everyday nutrition's the same. Like I know exactly what I eat. I don't really drink alcohol that much anymore. Maybe sometimes if we got to dinner, I'll have one beer or something. Sure. But, I wake up, I drink lemon water, I eat my bar, I drink my coffee, I have my eggs, avocado. Like I have everything perfectly set out every single day, which is nice. And then I can start working out after that. Like my nutrition I know what I need to do. What I need to put in my body, which is nice.
When I took a course on how to track macros when I was going to start tracking, and the woman who was teaching the course, she said that the night before she would enter into her MyFitnessPal what she was going to eat the next day. Oh. So she would put in breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everything would add up to 0 at the end of the day, and so then the next day she would just get up, and that's what she would do.
That's great.
And I was like, I cannot.
I don't know if I could do that.
I can't lift. And she's like, no, I'm 000s every day. It's like, because she would get to 0 every single day. Yeah, I know.
Discipline's good. I mean, like last night I had like I'll have like one Oreo. Like I'm pretty good about just like having like one of something. So I'll have one Oreo and like, that's fine. Just having one if you have 10 of them, that's different. But I had one and I was done.
That's right.
So I feel like that's pretty good discipline. So
yeah. I mean, the biggest thing I learned from doing macros is serving size.
Yes. Yeah.
So like, even like I went on this last cruise and I ate all the time. But the serving sizes are not outrageous, It's like you're getting a 4 ounce or a 6 ounce steak or something like that. You know? So I mean, it's that's a normal portion size.
Oh, for sure.
You're not supposed to eat like the 20 ounce ribeye,
No. Yeah.
So yeah. And I think kind of getting used to that keeps you in the ballpark for the most part.
Oh, serving size is great. Yeah. Like if I want to eat something, I'll eat it, but I'll only eat like half of what I really want to eat, or like if I want to eat a cookie, I'll eat like half of it. Or like for lunch, I wanted like my husband made like this egg salad, and I was gonna eat like a lot of it, and I decided to eat like just like just one piece of toast with the egg salad on top, and then carrots. And he's having like chips and Funyuns, and I'm eating carrots, and so I think serving size and just I always add a fiber like a vegetable in with my meal, like instead of like having like we had pasta the other night with meatballs, I got some peas and some green beans, and like half of my plate was that, for the fiber and the vegetables. So and my family doesn't do that, but I do.
That's like Susan, my wife. She whenever we're having like if we have pasta or something like, she'll always open some spinach and she'll mix spinach into her pasta.
That's it. Kind of what I do.
Yeah,
I always put something green in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she just stirs it in, and like when the kids come over sometimes, she will mix spinach into the spaghetti sauce. They don't know that it's in there,
My mom did that growing up, she said. She said she would like, even with like beans or something, we didn't like beans, and she would puree the beans or puree like something and then put it in the sauce. Yeah. And then it was in there.
Yeah. And you never know.
You never know. Yeah.
So your background is dietitian. You said you were going to work in that, but what kind of pushed you to not do that?
So like I said, my stepdad was a physician, so I kind of like was doing some shadowing in the hospitals. I did Dayton Children's for a little bit. I went to the Valley downtown, and I saw kind of what the dietitians did, and I just did not like it. I did not like the whole doing tube feeds for patients, for these chronic patients. And I did like being in like the service where they did all the food. Like there's a dietitian back there that does like food servings for like diabetic patients or different types of things, but I just didn't like it. So I was like, what can I do? I have a bachelor's degree in nutrition. Can I, go this way or this way? And then I saw these accelerated programs for nursing. And my program was only 15 months to get a bachelor's because I already had a bachelor's.
Right.
So that's what I did because my mom was a nurse and I grew up, and she was nice as well. She worked at Good Sam before they closed. So I was like, I'm going to be a nurse, and I enjoy it way more than I would be a dietitian. And plus, dietitians, their salary, I mean, salary's not the whole thing, but they don't really make that much for for what they do. So nursing, there's always like, night shift and different types of things. So I felt like nursing was better for me. So
I just look at it, and it seems to me like in our society, we need a lot of education about nutrition. I think people just have the wrong ideas about food.
Oh, absolutely.
But it seems like when I would go through dietitians at the base hospital and stuff, they weren't giving me good information. I mean, they really weren't. I mean, they weren't telling me things that were going to be helpful,
I feel like there needs to be more of you need to have like a master's degree more in nutrition to have that. Like, I know Gabby, she has a bachelor's in nutrition as well, I think. I think I talked to her one time about that. But yeah, there's just not a good like avenue for like dietitians. I know there's like an app now where you can have a dietitian like help you out, like call you and help you and do stuff like that. So I think that's might be a good avenue for dietitians. But yeah, we just don't have good like education. It's really hard to get into a dietitian like internship.
Right.
Only like 50% of the dietitians get into internships, and you don't get paid while you're doing your internship. It's a whole year long after college. So it's just, I don't know, it's just not good, I guess. It just needs more support.
I think there's some change coming along, I mean, I lean towards the CrossFit model, about eating real food,
right?
At the basis of everything. And I think if you eat real food and eat normal portions, the amount of the amount of calories that you typically need, in the right sort of balance. If you do that, that's a giant step that's going to get you, 90% of where you want to go. But it's just. It's just that there's so much misinformation out there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially with social media. There's things that are like, is this true or is this not true? And I think a lot of it is like, for me, was just trial and error with like food too. Like certain foods, certain people can't tolerate certain foods and certain people can. It's just really trial and error of what works for you and how you feel good, how your gut feels or whatever. So,
and then the whole relationship to your like emotional well-being is really, really big as well.
Like I noticed like when my nutrition's off, I'm kind of grumpy, or like if I do have like one beer the night before, I will feel it the next day. Just one drink, like, and it's just because I'm so regimented with my nutrition and my hydration and that type of stuff. It definitely triggers something there. Your gut and your brain definitely talk to each other. Yeah.
So CrossFit. So you got into CrossFit. You were doing AKP on a regular basis, and then so your husband talked you into coming to Bombers.
Yes.
So has your husband ever come to Bombers or?
Yeah, he came for one class.
Okay.
And he's just not the workout type. Like, he doesn't like to lift weights. He's not like a workout guru or anything. He came once and he's like, never again. Never coming again. So I've tried to get him to come in multiple times. He plays hockey a couple times a week. So he's active. And he did start playing hockey again probably like 3 or 4 years ago. And it's been the best thing for him. Because like he just doesn't enjoy working out. And like I do. Like I like to do it. So he plays hockey a couple times a week. That's kind of like his activeness that he does. Which is great. That's whatever. As long as you get up and move your body, that's all I care about. So, yeah.
You got to do the work. People ask me, well, do you think CrossFit? I think CrossFit is the best way to stay fit. Now, having said that, the best way is the way that you enjoy.
Yes.
Okay? Because if you don't like doing it, you're not going to do it. And so you're better off if you want to walk, if you enjoy walking or you enjoy running, well, then do that.
Yeah. You have to enjoy it or you won't consistently keep coming back. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think there is an advantage to playing a game like that. Like, hockey is something that, again, just like CrossFit, there's like a social element to it. If you don't show up, your people text you, hey, where you been, that kind of thing. It kind of keeps you a little bit honest. Same thing with if you're playing on a team sport, especially, you have a responsibility to be there. It's not like you can just skip out,
Right. Yeah, he loves it. He's made friends. He goes in the locker room. He has that social hour that he needs.
Yep.
Being a family with 3 kids, it's there's not a lot of social hour going on. So that's like his time to go and do stuff, and so I like that.
Yeah. That's another thing. Working at home, where you're dealing. I can imagine you're reading documents, but otherwise the only humans you're dealing with are your kids.
Yes. So coming here has definitely been great because I can talk to people, I can get out of the house, have my social hour as well, which helps a lot. Because it's important to talk to people.
Absolutely.
I call my mom every day, but it's still important to have that socialness. So, yeah.
So what is so let's see. Going into CrossFit now, what are kind of like some of your favorite favorite WODs? Favorite movements or something.
My favorite movements, probably I would say, I love overhead squats. Love them.
Okay.
I feel like I'm pretty controlled. Not right this second, having a baby, but I think overhead squats are probably one of my favorites, and then I do like double unders.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like double unders just because I feel like I'm decent at them, I guess.
Yeah.
If I wasn't good at them, probably wouldn't like them. But double unders and overhead squat are probably one of my favorite. I think Nancy is overhead squats and run.
Yep.
I like that workout.
Yeah.
That's a hard workout, but I like it. It's hard and I enjoy the movements, running and overhead squatting. So,
So you said that a couple of your goals going forward are like maybe a half marathon.
Yes. So goal-wise, probably like just in general, just running another half marathon. I ran the Air Force half marathon 2 years ago.
Okay.
So I was going to try to do it this year, but I'm not so sure my body's going to be capable, but we'll see. And then CrossFit-wise, I'd love to do Murph RX.
RX, yeah.
Probably like next year. I'd love to try to do that. I did it once RX without the vest.
Okay.
Like without the vest,
Yep.
but everything else, so we'll see if I can do that again next year.
With a vest or?
No, probably not with a vest.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's hard. With the vest is hard, especially the pull-ups for a woman.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot.
Yeah. So probably just without the vest, and we'll start there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, Murph is hard however you break it down to do,
Yeah.
I've done it once where I did it with a vest and I did it unpartitioned just to do it,
Oh.
and it was a lot,
Yeah.
I thought that the pull-ups would be okay. I thought the push-ups would get me. I got through the push-ups okay.
Oh.
It was when I got about halfway through the squats
that
it was just, my body was just blowing up.
Yeah.
And then the second mile took me like 16 minutes, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that's
16-minute mile.
It's technically not a run, so
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But yeah, my legs were absolutely wrecked after that.
I want to be able just to do it and be like, I did it. I probably won't do it again, but I just want to be able to say that I've done it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. It doesn't really make sense. It's not smart for me to do that to my body.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to do it once is say, okay, there it is.
So you've done it.
Yeah. I think a harder challenge was I've done it once in 42 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and I've tried a couple times to get under 40 minutes. That's without a vest.
Okay, that's
partitioning it up however you want, but that's almost, to me, it's a bigger challenge. It's a challenge that's actually within sight to do,
Yeah. I think my last Murph time was 56 minutes. And I did that all RX, except I did knee push-ups.
Okay.
So I thought that was pretty good.
That is good, yeah.
Because the push-ups are the hardest for me. So my goal would definitely be to do like normal push-ups.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It is a lot of push-ups too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my harder movements for sure. Push-ups.
Yeah. Let's see. So what else as far as CrossFit wise, or is something that you're looking at trying to?
Like goals wise, I would say just trying to consistently come, like not skip out on the workouts, trying to rest appropriately, especially with a newborn, breastfeeding, trying to rest a good amount, but also just keep coming. Like, even when I am tired and I don't want to go, just keep going.
Right.
To, keep myself in shape, make sure I'm happy at home, working out every day or so often, it helps with my mood. So
yeah. Absolutely.
So
what is your schedule like now? So do you have to wait till your husband gets home or something before you
So my husband works like a firefighter schedule, so he works a 24-hour shift and then he's off for 3 days.
Okay.
So that helps a lot with babysitting.
Yeah.
So the days that he works, my mom has my kids. And then when he's home, basically I just feed the baby. I wake up, like I'll clock in, feed the baby, and then he'll like take the baby somewhere. Or she's easy. Like she does really well. So I basically usually work like 6 to 2:30, which is not bad. And I just clock in and clock out, and then I'll feed her throughout the day, and then I'll go work out at 3:30 sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll flex and do like a 10:30 class. Sometimes I'll go to the 6 a.m. class. It just depends on the day. And it really depends on the baby. So I try to get it in whenever I can, basically.
Yeah. It's kind of tough sometimes if you don't have a routine kind of class that you're going to like that. But
I know. It is like, because I'm a routine person. Like I loved, like last year I would go to the 6 a.m. class was like my class I went to. Every single day I'd go. And because like sometimes the baby will wake up at 5 a.m. Sometimes she'll wake up at 8 a.m. So it's hard for me because I'm such a type A person to like, but I just have to just go with the flow. Try to go with the flow.
Yeah. And it just makes it harder, but you got to just use a little more discipline, you know?
Yep. Yeah.
And so like if your time comes along at 3:30 and you're like, I got to do it.
Just got to go. And my husband's like, yeah, go ahead and go. Yeah. And he's got the kids. So it works out.
So let's talk about pregnancy. So you had 3 kids.
Yes.
Okay. Were you doing CrossFit through all of them?
No. So my first 2, I didn't work out at all. Like I just like when the time came, I was like, had 2 under 2. I was pregnant, and then I got pregnant again when my first was 9 months old. So I just didn't work out. Like I would like walk and do stuff like that, but I just felt like it just didn't come around, you know? So when my second one was 2 years old, 2.5 maybe, is when I got back into bombers.
Okay.
And came back here. And that was in 2023.
Okay.
So my littlest one was 2, my oldest one was 4. So 4 and 2. That's when I came to bombers, and I've been doing bombers ever since. And then I got pregnant last year. And then I worked out for the first 3 months, but I was super sick, had morning sickness, and I just kind of stopped coming. But I still did stuff at home. Like I didn't I didn't lift weights and stuff, but I would walk every day. I'd do like air squats and do like some like yoga type of stuff every day. And then obviously once I had the baby this year, I came back pretty quick. So yeah.
Was your pregnancy with your daughter about the same as your son's?
It was definitely harder. Okay. I would say like a boy, I don't know if it's like a boy versus girl thing, but my boy pregnancies were fairly easy. Okay. And then her pregnancy was definitely harder. Like I had more morning sickness. I was throwing up every day, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I think hers was harder, definitely harder on me, but I also am older. Yeah. I'm also, 6 years older than when I had my first. So I think that may play a part in it too. But yeah, I mean, the pregnancy was okay. My birth was fine. Everyone's healthy, so can't complain. Right. So, yeah.
How long did you wait after she was born before you started to try and
came back at 5 weeks postpartum.
Okay.
I felt pretty good. Like obviously I was still inflamed and stuff, but I felt decent coming back. So yeah, 5 weeks postpartum is when I came back. So I've been back now for about 7 weeks. Okay. 7-8 weeks now. Been coming like 2 to 3 times a week.
2 to 3 times? Is that what are you trying to like keep it as kind of a consistent, kind of working your way back into it, or?
Yeah, I think so. Like 3 days a week is my goal right now. Okay. And then the other days I went for a run, doing some running, doing some walking, when I'm not working out here. So yeah, 3 days a week is like my goal right now with being postpartum, and it's definitely hard. It's hard to go from, doing all these movements and being, cardiovascularly like in shape to not. So, my blood volume like increase then decrease, increase then decrease. So it was difficult to come back, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, I can imagine the changes in the stamina are just...
Oh, it's wild.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got pregnant last summer, trying to come here and work out, and I would just be out of breath, just walking up and down the stairs. And I'm like, I am in shape. Like, why am I so out of breath?
Yeah.
And it was just from the blood volume. And so it was, it's crazy what women go through.
It really is. Lily did a presentation for the coaches a couple of years back and kind of, walked us through what the process, I had no idea. I mean, I had kids, but I mean, and been through it with my wife, but I really had no idea, about like the monumental changes that your body goes through in that whole process, and you know, hormones and the whole 9 yards. It's just
it's wild. My poor husband. I'm just kidding. No, it's been good. So he likes that I come work out because he knows it helps my mood. It's kind of like my antidepressant, in a way. Like it just, being postpartum, it's hard because you go through so many physical, emotional things, and this helps a lot, a lot. So,
I think my daughter-in-law was just talking about that recently. She's been going through some struggles. She had, I guess, not my daughter-in-law, I guess my niece. I don't know.
Your sister's daughter?
My sister's daughter-in-law.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So I don't know what that is, but anyway, and she was, she's like 9 months out, and she was, coming back and saying, was apologizing to my sister the other day. She's like, I've just been out of whack for so long.
Yeah, 9 months postpartum.
Yeah.
It's
and
hard.
She's like, I'm just getting my sanity back.
Yes. Yeah, and if I didn't have this CrossFit gym to come and do this and work out and take time for myself, I would struggle. I would. Yeah. So it helps a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I think too. I mean, we've got a lot of women your age and in the same kind of process. Either pregnant or having gone through it recently. So I mean, there's a lot of other people that experience that same thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, I mean, because we've got a few that are.
Amanda's pregnant.
Yeah, coming around the corner right now.
Alyssa, I mean, obviously Alyssa's been a while, but Alyssa and Gabby, everyone's been Ashlyn, she hasn't been here for a while, but just being postpartum in general is just nice to connect with people and, have that similarity with them. So,
Yeah. I think that has such a big bearing on mental health,
Yeah.
And it's not just for women, it works for guys too, so.
I try to tell my husband, I'm like, it really does help. If you're feeling down or if you're feeling icky about yourself or you're, just having those feelings, going and working out really helps. It changes your, the way your brain chemistry. I don't know. But
I'm sure he gets that through hockey.
He does. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I mean, especially, plus you get the advantage of being able to smash other men.
He loves it.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I have no desire to smash other men around.
Yeah.
So, it's like Coach Adam, who used to come here, he always wanted me to do jiu-jitsu with him, and I was like, man, I have no interest in doing jiu-jitsu.
Man, I want to get my boys into that. We'll see if we start that or not. Because I have my 6-year-old's a little, he needs pushed.
Yeah.
He needs pushed. He's a little on the, I don't want to be mean, but he needs pushed. And I think that would help him with that. Yeah. So,
I will tell you, I'm a big proponent now, having gone through gymnastics. Gymnastics at an early age for boys and girls.
Yeah.
I think you learn how to move your body through space. Yeah. That's the fundamental of life, I mean, if you have a basis in that, then when you go on to other things. But now jiu-jitsu does the same kind of
any type of martial arts, I think, would be beneficial for them, for the boys. So,
But something that works on body control like that, is great. And I would do that before I would start in other sports and things, ball sports or something like that,
Absolutely.
Especially soccer, because,
we tried soccer. It was awful.
Soccer's dumb.
Oh, it's awful. I'm never doing it again. No, don't. Especially the grandparents that have to watch it.
Oh, man.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah. My boys played soccer in England, and it was awful because it's cold and rainy all the time. It was like I froze my butt off the entire,
My kids did not enjoy soccer. We tried it one year. It was not good.
I remember watching one of the games one time, and I was sitting in the car watching through the windshield, and I was like, I just can't do this. I feel too guilty, watching from inside.
Yeah.
They're out there freezing, so so I had to get out of the car. But so let's bring it around. So like for especially, I guess mainly for a woman who's trying to get back into it after postpartum, but even for anybody who's trying to get started, what is your thought about, or what do you say to them, if they're looking at, man, I don't know how in the hell I get back into this?
Yeah, so I think mainly just like looking at it from like a longevity standpoint, like you need to start somewhere, and just starting even when you like feel the worst, or just go. Like that's all I could say is just start, because that's the hardest part, is walking into somewhere and doing it for the first time. That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
And after that, it's easy. So I think just starting, and it'll help you long term. So yeah.
Let me ask you, in your particular case, so you were in here, you're crushing wads, okay? You won the buff, and now you're back and you're trying to get back. Is there any intimidation where you think to yourself, man, I used to be in here, the top of the leaderboard, and now I'm struggling? Yeah,
so it's hard because, you see all these numbers that you had like last year, and you're like, man. But then I look at my baby and I'm like, she's wonderful. Yeah. She's healthy. She's awesome. So I look at her and I'm like, you know what? It's okay. Like she's worth it. I can get back to where I was. Yep. I got plenty of years. I'm only 33. Yep. So it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will come back. Years. It will come back, but
I want it too soon, but I have to give myself time. So yeah.
And so what is it about just keep going? That's really the thing, isn't it? You've just got to get back into it and do the work.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's coming back at 5 weeks postpartum was hard, but just staying consistent, I think, is the biggest thing for me. My husband makes fun of me because I do the same thing every single day, but I think it keeps me sane because I don't like chaos. I'm not good with chaos in the house. I like a clean house. I like things orderly, and that's just my type A personality. Sometimes that gets in the way, but just staying consistent. I do that 3 days a week of working out, eat healthy, drink water, and that just helps with everything. It helps with my mental health, helps with physical health, all of it. So
no chaos with 3 kids. That's not necessarily conducive to it. Yeah,
3 kids. Well, thankfully my oldest is 6 and my middle one's 4. So they're not in diapers. They're not like young. They help out. Like this morning I woke up and they were just watching TV playing Legos.
Yeah.
So they and my husband was still sleeping and I was just waking up. And like they wake up and do their own thing.
Yeah.
Which is great because that helps a lot. If I had 3 kids that were, 2 of them in diapers and one, that would be hard. But this age gap's been great. So it's helped a lot with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they listen. They like to listen.
Really?
Most of the time. Yeah. Most of the time. Yeah. Especially my oldest. He's like a type A person. So he'll help out and make his own chocolate milk, make his own breakfast. So.
Oh, that is good. Yeah.
Yeah. Make his own cereal. So, or get a bar. They love the Cliff bars. They eat those for breakfast a lot. So. Yeah.
Now, he's in school, right?
He's kindergarten.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in kindergarten, and then my 4-year-old's in pre-K. So they go to school. They'll be out of school actually in a couple weeks.
Okay.
But then that'll be really crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, then next year he'll be in 1st grade.
So what do they think of their sister?
Oh, they love her.
Yeah.
They love her, and my oldest one helps out so much. Like just the simple things of entertaining her and smiling at her.
Yeah.
Like, just being like, hey, like while I'm cooking dinner, he's just talking to her. And it keeps her happy.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Yeah. That is great.
Yeah.
So. Well, Brittany, I think that covers just about everything we were going to talk about. Okay. Is there anything that I didn't ask you I should have?
I don't think so. I think we talked about a lot.
Okay.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, thanks very much for sitting down with us and sharing your story.
Of course. Thank you. All right.
That's it for this episode of Crew Talk. If you got value, share it with your crew. Want to train with us? Head over to bomberscrossfit.com and come see what we're building. Stronger every day, better every rep. We'll see you in the gym.